Love for God is crucial, and it's so important because it's the only proper or reasonable response to Christ's demonstration of love and grace and mercy on the cross.
The biggest compliment a person can get is somebody like imitating them or wanting to be like them. And so I think that to God, if we try and strive to be more like him, that is the biggest compliment.
I think serving is like the ultimate like manifestation, I think, of the love for God. Surrendering to that, even if it's like something that we don't want to do, and meeting needs because he ultimately met our need of salvation.
Our love for God actually shows people what matters to us in the world, and so that is a huge testimony for where our hearts are at and what we believe to be truth.
I don't think going to chapel once a day is enough for your spiritual growth. You need one-on-one time with God. You need to show that you love God yourself in order for him to grow inside your life. In order for you to take on this world, you need to love God.
Even though we don't deserve the love that we get from Christ, we're still called to love other people too, and I think it's just a testament of what God did for us, that we are then able to give that love back to other people as well as to him.
The fact that we love others, that is truly a demonstration that God is working, because he even gave us the power to love other people.
Love is coming alongside that person and walking shoulder in shoulder, arm in arm, bearing the weight, and also walking through the consequences together.
Showing respect and appreciation for people, even and especially when you don't want to.
How do we expect to grow more like Jesus if we're not willing to love others?
If the world sees us outside of the church and outside of a Christian university acting differently than we did in the church, they would know that our heart really hasn't changed, and that this message that we preach isn't truly as affecting as we say it is.
Integrity is a constant testimony because it's what we live by, it's our morals, it's our ethics, and that is directly derived from the gospel.
Making choices to glorify God in the small things, and I think that ultimately your integrity starts with those small decisions, and so being honest in those small decisions will have greater implications for your life when you're trusted with the bigger things.
Someone will still be affected by what we do even if we're not being watched or praised while we're doing it.
Living out the gospel without having to even say like Christ's name in it, because that is just not something that is there anymore, and that is holding you to a higher standard that God calls us to.
Excellence in effort is really important because it shows the motivations in your heart.
People will ask why we don't take the glory, and I think being excellent and giving all the glory to God is fundamental in how we interact with the world.
The gifts that God has put in our hands are not for us to hold on to, but for us to just offer back up to him in worship.
I want to do my best, not just to impress those around me, but because the gospel and the Bible tells us to live in excellence and to give our all in light of Jesus.
God gave us his best by sending his son, and I think that in return, we need to be able to give our best, knowing that he first gave his.
We aren't mediocre people. We are people that have Christ's name inside of us, and anything that has Christ's name on it is gonna shine brighter than anything. It's gonna do better than anything, and I feel like that is the definition of excellence and effort.